everybody. I'm Travis, and welcome to Act 2 of Showcase 2018.
And I'm Rupert, and we will be presenting the next few brilliant acts for you. To kick off the second half, we have two of our classmates who continue to surprise us with their talents.
Yet again, Laurie White came to auditions this year with another instrument I didn't know he could play. Last year it was the piano, and this year it's the violin.
Maybe he's trying out for a one-man band.
Anyway, before Laurie, we have our other mate, Leo, who's really fantastic on his flute. Mrs. Arkalea will be accompanying both of them, and afterwards she's going to perform herself with Mr. Arkalea.
Wow, I think we better get on. Please welcome Leo Hopkins, Laurie White and Helen and Denyon Arkaleo.
We're going to play a short piece from Brazil called A Coca.
all fantastic and so lovely to have the Archelaus performing.
Next up, we have Leon Marshall performing a drama piece.
Leon has drama lessons with Miss Cox at school, and you always know when Miss Cox is teaching by the amount of noise coming from the library.
Definitely. Now it's your turn to make some noise, and please welcome Leon.
When I was picked up by the spaceship, I was stoked for the adventure of the galaxy. I imagined it would be like Star Wars, or that guy in Close Encounters. Instead, I found out the only reason the aliens had come to Earth in the first place was to capture a human to take to some kind of intergalactic zoo. I wish I never saw that spaceship. First off, the conditions at the zoo are disgusting. I get a 10-foot cube of living space because humans are not the most interesting species in the galaxy. The other half of my cube is supposed to be an imitation of our Earth's environment, which is literally just grass. In fact, they didn't even get the grass right, so I'm stuck with this sort of greenish red plant that gives me a rash on my knees whenever I touch it. My mealtime schedule is totally messed up. I don't even know what time it is. They took my watch and all my other possessions away, including my clothing and my cell phone. Apparently, all these other items are now displayed at an intergalactic museum, so other life forms can see how humans live. Anyway, they have this strict policy that if you're not awake at mealtime, too bad. When I am awake, the food is inedible. They give you these nasty pieces of synthetic meat and a small shot of vitamins. I also get given containers of water or some alien substitute which tastes bad but on its own without the purification tablets. They have to pretend in that to make it hospitable for my body. I don't even have a bed to sleep on. It seems like they don't care at all what we humans think or feel. They just care about costs and profits. For example, if I don't show my body in full splendour and the intergalactic spectators, they jab me with these electrifying sticks. They're really painful. I'm supposed to act natural at all times like I would on Earth. Except, I can. Because my home is made of concrete. I can't sit on the grass without getting a rash. This is the lousiest second-rate zoo in the entire galaxy. Talk about culturally unaware. How do they expect me to live under these conditions? Actually, now I think about it, our zoos on Earth aren't much better.
Next up, we have some singing for you. First, we will hear from my classmate Eliza McGrath, who will be showcasing her beautifully haunting voice with Tomorrow from Bugsy Malone.
Following this, we will hear from Maria in Year 4, who will be singing Dream a Little Dream, made famous by the fabulous Ella Fitzgerald. It's a hard act to follow, but Maria has a wonderfully mature voice, which is brilliantly showcased by this jazz number.
Following Maria, we have a real treat for you, but not one, but both of our fabulous singing teachers, Miss Kennard and Mrs. Jury, who is currently performing even though she's still on maternity leave. They will be performing What Is This Feeling from Wicked.
I am super excited. What a showstopper. First, please welcome the wonderful Eliza McGrath.
the shore. Let the people know, let the laughter loose until your scream becomes a love show. Tomorrow's far away. Tomorrow, as they say, is reserved for dreams. Tomorrow's looking great. A playground's always locked. Trains the winning team. I won't take no for an answer. I was born to be a dancer now. Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you'll miss me. While I'm alone and blue as could be. Dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on there. Still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear. Just say it, this sweet dreams so sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave the worries behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me. Stars fading, but I linger on there. Still craving your kiss. I'm longing to linger till dawn, dear. Just say this. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave our worries far behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream a little dream of me.
There's been some confusion over teaching here at school. Of course, I am the best one. Well, of course, I'll rise above it. For that's how Mrs. Taylor would respond. Yes. There's been some confusion, for you see, my colleague is unusual and exceedingly peculiar, and altogether quite impossible to describe.
Hasn't actually been here since Easter.
What is this feeling so sudden and new?
I felt the moment I laid eyes on you.
My pulse is rushing,
My head is reeling.
my face is flushing. What is this feeling? Burning as a flame. Does it have a name? Yes.
Loathing, unadulterated loathing.
For your face,
Your voice.
your clothing. Let's just say I love it all. Every little trait, however small, makes my very flesh begin to crawl.
Simple as a loathing. There's a strange exhilaration.
still plenty of talent to share with you. Next up, we have our last poetry recital from the winners in Year 5 and 6. Even the heats were a difficult decision for the teachers in Year 5 and 6. It was such a close call. Paddy Bagan and Eliza McGrath did a fantastic job and were the eventual winners.
They really did a fantastic job, Penny. Please give a big cheer for our Year 5 and 6 poetry winners!
The Painting Lesson by Trevor Harvey. What's that, dear? Asked the new teacher. It's Mummy, I replied, but mums aren't green and orange. You really haven't tried. You don't just paint in splodges. You're old enough to know you need to think before you work. Now, have another go. She helped me draw 2 arms and legs, a face with a sickly smile, a rounded body, dark brown hair, a hat. And in a while, she stood back with her face bright pink. That's so much better, don't you think? But she turned white at 10 to 3. An orange-green blob collected me. Hi, Mum.
Creative writing by Gervais Finn. My story on Monday began. Mountainous seas crashed on the cliffs, and the desolate land grew wetter. The teacher wrote a little note. Remember the capital letter. My poem on Tuesday began. Through the lonely, pine-scented woods that twist a hidden path. The teacher wrote a little note. Start a paragraph. My story on Wednesday began. The trembling child, eyes dark and wide, frozen amidst the fighting. The teacher wrote a little note. Take care, untidy writing. My story on Friday began. The books had bruised and bloody lay, his eyes half closed and swollen. The teacher wrote a little note. Use a semicolon. Next Monday my story will begin. Once upon a time.
Duo for you in the form of Kira Lily Thorne and Cherry Gow.
They're great friends, and this shone through in their audition with a fun rendition of ABBA songs.
Oh, my favourite. Following Kira and Cherry, we are very, very pleased to welcome back 2 past pupils, Phoebe Kirkwood and Primrose Boyden. They only left us last year, but it already seems like a lifetime ago.
It's fantastic to see them, and we have definitely missed them. But first, please give a massive cheer for Kira, Lily and Cherry. People everywhere, a sense of expectation I go again. My, how can I resist you? Mamma mia, does it show again? My, just how much I missed you. Waterloo, I was defeated, you won the war. Waterloo, promise to love you forevermore. Waterloo, no one can escape if I wanted to. Waterloo, knowing my fate is to be with you. Waterloo.
I didn't want to let you down, but the truth is out. It's tearing me apart, not listening to my heart. I really had to go, even though we tried. You can find me in space between, but you are scars to me. Will never be out of reach. 'Cause you're a hard piece that you can find me in the space between. You'll never be alone, no matter where you go. We can meet in the space between. And nothing can stay the same. It's growing pain. Proud of all the scars that make you and know I have to say that I will never really leave you. Even though we change, you can find me in the space between. But you are scars to me. Will never be out of reach. 'Cause you're a hard piece that you can find me in the space between. You'll never be alone, no matter where you go. We can meet in the space between. And then know you gotta find your place, because it's not the end. You're part of who I am. Even if we're worlds apart, still in my heart it will always be you and me. You can find me in the space between. But to ask God to me, you'll never be out of reach. 'Cause you're a part of me, so you can find me in the space between. You'll never be alone, no matter where you go. We can meet in the space between. Yeah, no matter where you go. We can meet in the space between.
Next up, we have our Year 4 and 5 children who have been working on a contemporary dance piece with a splash of street.
Sounds brilliant. As part of the PE curriculum, children in year 4 and 5 get the chance to experience dance taught by an expert teacher from Danceworks in Frome. And this year we were lucky enough to have Amy Collins, who specialises in contemporary dance.
The children have worked really hard on their pieces and choreographed lots of the moves themselves.
What multi-talented children we are.
Performing after this, we have Poppy Small, who will be performing a contemporary ballet piece. We were wowed at auditions by Poppy. Her poise and elegance mixed with a modern upbeat track was a recipe for success. If this young lady doesn't end up dancing on the stage in the future, well, I shall eat my hat. She really is a star.
But first, give a big hand to our wonderful Year 4 and 5 children.
blinded by your grace. I'm blinded by your grace, by your grace. I'm blinded by your grace. I'm blinded by your Lord, I've been broken, although I'm not worthy. You fix me. I'm blinded by your grace. You came and saved me. Lord, I've been broken, although I'm not worthy. You fixed me. Now I'm blinded by your grace. You came and saved me. One time for the Lord, and one time for the cause. And one round of applause, one time for Fraser T. Smith on the chords. I think we got one. I stay prayed up, then I get the job done. Yeah, I'm Abigail's youth, but I'm God's son. But I'm up now, look at what God's done. Nah, real talk, look at what God did. On the main stage, running around topless. I phone flips, then I tell him that we got this. This is God's plan, they can never stop this. Like, wait right there, could you stop my verse? You saved this kid and I'm not your first. It's not by blood and it's not by birth. But oh my God, what a God I serve. Lord, I've been broken, although I'm not worthy. You fixed me. I'm blinded by your grace. You came and saved me. Lord, I've been broken, although I'm not worthy. You fixed me. Now I'm blinded by your grace. You came and saved me. I said a prayer this morning. I prayed I would find a way to another day. I was so afraid till you came and saved. You came and saved me. And the rain was pouring, 'cause the sun faded away. Now I'm in a better place, no longer afraid. Blinded by your grace, you came and saved me. I said,
Well, what an amazing showcase we have had this year, haven't we, ladies and gentlemen?
Well, we've just about enough time to squeeze in one final act to end Showcase 2018.
Absolutely. Please welcome our fabulous prep choir. And joining them this year, we have the equally fabulous staff choir.
Sometimes in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there
And what a fantastic show it has been. It always amazes me just how confident the children are up on stage, and the joy that they bring to the audience is just fantastic. It really is a whole school effort, and a big thank you goes to the staff who, without their time and dedication, we wouldn't put on such a fabulous show and have a cracking experience for all the children involved. My staff. I must also thank Karen Marshall and her family for videoing and for the live stream for the children backstage. And of course, to our fabulous sound and lighting crew here up at the theatre. Woo! Thank you. But the biggest thank you must go to our wonderful, wonderful children. So, without further ado, please welcome back to our wonderful cast and crew of Showcase 2018.
Guide
sure you want to join me in saying what a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful show tonight was, and a massive, massive round of applause for everybody that's been involved. I can't tell you what a huge honour it is to work with such a bunch of absolutely energetic, enthusiastic, passionate, fun children and adults alike this time. Thank you so much for joining in the spirit of it. Thank you guys. Thank you people that have come back. Thank you the people that have come from maternity leave to conduct us. Thank you so much everybody. Big thank you goes, the last thank you goes to the person that's pulled it all together and hasn't lost her temper once in the whole time. And that is our gorgeous, gorgeous Mrs. Monkton. Can I just ask one person out there, because Mrs. Beardsley, by a sad coincidence, has actually come back, but the first time you've ever sat and watched it. So you come back, you're flying back next week, but was it okay?
It was fantastic.
Thank you.